Get it.
Yeah. You know it? Free birds! Yeah. Going all the way, all the way. Watch how these pieces get moving like Hasbro. You know ain't no con in these raps, so I'm trying to be calm when it come to the cash flow. You know talking shit till I die from the city we ride, no matter the outcome. You know when you out, watch your mouth in the jungle, a lot of them never escape from. Agent J when I bait some, 28 in my bag like I'm Freddie T. Agent K when I'm holding the city down, blocking all of the haters like Tony B. It's our year every year, if you quoting me, we gon' see on the field. They know the county, I scream it wherever I go. When I bleed, I just see black and teal. Feel like Brunel when the place is in action. Every line that I flow always solid, that mean I ain't worried about pockets collapsing. He may go all the way, running the X's and O's, gotta love how it happens. You ain't part of the gang, I ain't gotta explain why we ain't got no room on the wagon. MIT is the Army, the Navy, the greatest is Jimmy and Keenan, the ultimate package. Ooh, never can care how you feel. You are now in the mix with the men and teal. Nothing but facts inside these conversations. Keep it 100, the law of the nation. With all the smoke, we can meet at the bank. You know the location. Executing the play when the ball cross the plane, that's the game. Hit my little celebration. Then all I can hear is them saying, yeah. Then all I can hear is them saying, yeah. All I can hear is them saying, ooh. You know it? Yeah. Free birds.
Welcome to the Keep It Teal podcast. I am your host, Agent J, and as always, rocking with J to the I to the M-B-O.
Oh, and
you are now in the mix with the men and teal.
Yes, sir. Jay, how you doing, my brother?
Hey, man, another week, man. Another week, another pod. No Jaguar football, but plenty of football.
Boo.
Still plenty of football to talk about. Still plenty of football to talk about, bro. A lot of stuff going on around the league. So
yeah, no, man. Yeah, it sucks. You know, obviously, we wish we could still be playing right now. But hey, man, we on the bigger, better things, and like the coaching staff says, hey, we got to do it again.
Run it back. Let's run it back.
Yeah. Run it back, man. But before I talk about running it back, shout out to everybody joining us tonight. Everybody on the socials, everybody on Twitter, everybody on YouTube, everybody on Facebook, Twitch, everybody just coming out, showing love, support, man. In the chat, as always, we got Devin in here. Devin says, MIT fam, who everything good. It should be Jags versus Seahawks. Yeah. Yes, bro. Yes. Let's go, man. But hey, I think this is gonna give us a chance to break it down and build it up stronger than ever. But bro, you know, last week, you know, I did that crossover pod for the Bearder Browns podcast. Yeah. So
great guest,
bro.
I might add.
Listen, bro, I had such a great time talking to them guys, man. I had to get one of them back over here, bro. I got Mr. Angel Ortiz. I'm gonna bring him in. Angel, hey, let's clap it up for him, brother. Yes,
love the sound effects, man. I gotta get hip to those. I gotta tell Mike to give me some sound effects. Yeah, like, dude, give me some sound effects. I was on a podcast and they had sound effects. We get nothing. Come on, man. Step your game up, Mike. I need sound effects.
Oh,
you are now in the mix with the men and teal.
Oh, man.
Yes,
how you guys
sir.
doing in Florida? You guys warm, cold? How's your weather?
I'm gonna put it like this. It's warm because everywhere else is freezing.
Right.
I'm gonna say you better not complain. I've been -0 all week. All week is -0 up here in Ohio, Strongsville, Ohio, Cleveland, suburb outside of Cleveland.
How do you get -0?
It happens with the wind. I'm right by the lake, so the wind chill comes in and knocks it down.
Yeah.
So you look at on your phone, you're like, oh, it's 10 degrees outside. You go outside and my beard freezes. by the time I get to my work van. And it takes 20 years for my van to warm up. So I'm wearing like layers half the day. But
see, we have the opposite thing where it'll, in spring, summer, fall, pretty much all year, where it says, hey, yeah, it's 88 degrees, or hey, it's 94 degrees. Not too bad, but it feels like 110.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather be that than walking out tons of parkas and tons of socks on to keep warm.
I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
I'm gonna say this. It's easier to get warm than it is to get cool.
Yeah,
I will say that.
That's
because you can put on layers, bro. You can only take off so much.
And you're getting arrested after some point. You're like, hey, get that guy. Go get him. I get it.
I ain't gonna lie. That snow's a motherfucker though. Boy.
It is. I
don't want to fuck with the snow.
It impacts lives here, man.
So think about it. A place like here, it hasn't snowed in Jacksonville since 1989. If we even get a half an inch, the entire city is shut down because we don't have the salt, we don't have the trucks, people don't have chains for the like. There's nothing to prep us for it. The whole entire city will shut down because there's nobody prepared for it.
Yeah, that's how it was here Monday. It started Monday. The temperature dropped. We got about 7 inches of snow, and I got 7 inches. Other places in the snow belt got more. But yeah, it's been horrible ever since. All week, I wake up at 3 a.m. to go to work. Cold. But hey, at least I, got a warm house.
Yeah, could be, like I said, it always could be worse.
It could be like you could still be looking for a head coach.
Yeah, that's what I mean by it could be worse because we can still be going week 4 finding a coach.
So obviously, Grant Udinski and Anthony Campanelli, we re-signed them. We've retained our original coaching staff, and we've also added 2 more, which we'll get into towards the end of the show. But yeah, so Grant's no longer in the race, and then I believe it's the very next day they announced that Todd Monken is the new head coach of the Cleveland Browns.
Yes.
What did you think about that? Like, what was your initial reaction?
Man, it was shocked. I was shocked and foolish. I mean, as a guy who like over prepares, especially doing a podcast, I felt stupid because now, like hindsight, you're like, man, the signs were there. The signs were there. He was the first one outside the building because they did Tommy and Schwartz first. The first person outside the building that they interviewed was Monken. And at the moment I'm thinking, I was Monken. They're just trying to get him out the way. But yeah, I was shocked. I was like, I wasn't angry. I wasn't like, I was more angry that Grant pulled out than Monken as a head coach. Because I get, it's shocked. I was definitely shocked. I'm like Monken, because all week the smoke the day before, ESPN here locally, 850, Emmett Golden, he's one of the sports guys there. He's like, hey, I'm heading back to the studio. So that's like, that's smoke. They're about to make an announcement. So there was a lot of run that whole day about Shieldhouse is going to be the guy. So I thought they're going to announce it. And he was like, all right, ESPN, give us, he basically was tweeting Adam Scheffler, like, let us know so we can start the show. Nothing, just crickets. And I went to bed. I'm like, man, what's going on? Come on, Jimmy, do something. And then in the afternoon,
poking him with the stick.
Yeah, it drops in the middle of the day, like 12 o'clock, that Monken's the guy. And natural reaction, you get the natural radio guys are like, oh my God, this is a dumb move. And I'm thinking like, stay calm, think this through, But, after sitting down, thinking about it, doing my research that I should have done firsthand with him, it's not as bad as it seems.
Okay.
Hopefully. I'm trying to be positive here. Hopefully. And I know Todd Monken, for most people, are like, he's 60, you'll be 60 years old here in a couple of days. He hasn't ever had a shot as a head coach. But everywhere he's went offensively, he's performed well. He's helped Lamar. His completion percentage go up. He And when he was here in 2019, Baker Mayfield had his most yards passing as a Brown, 3,800. And now he did throw 21 interceptions that year, but we're going to ignore that because he threw 22 touchdowns. And he threw the ball 434 times. So you 534 times. So I'm thinking this guy's going to come in. He's going to want to throw the ball. He's going to be high. Hopefully, open up the playbook a little bit for whatever quarterback. Maybe we'll talk about that later. To throw the ball. And I watched some videos of how he talked, and it goes back to what Andrew Berry's press conference said. He said he wants a leader of men, a guy with high IQ, emotional EQ. And it's like, dude, after watching these videos, this dude, I felt stupid because I should have been doing my research on this guy. He's smart. Right. He comes from Baltimore, who's very analytical, and they're in analytics. And I watched a video of him preaching analytics to a group of people and how it's helped football. And I'm thinking like, man, I age discriminated this guy. And I should have went for it. I mean, he's older, so he's going to lead men. So it makes sense. And he's very well spoken. So he's going to speak well, and he's hard on his players, which is why him and Lamar didn't get along. So to win, I think those are the positives I'm pulling out of it.
Okay. I found it kind of funny because it was like you didn't get the young Jaguar you wanted, but us being so interwoven, as we said on your podcast, with the Jaguar organization, Tom Monken was actually our wide receivers coach. What was it, in 2007?
Did not know that.
From 2007 to 2011, Jay?
7 to 10, so 3 seasons.
Right. Under Jack Del Rio, which is our second most winningest head coach. It's just him and Tom Coughlin, and I guess technically Liam Cohen now after one season.
That's how it is here with these coaches, but yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So okay. So the Todd Monken thing gets announced. Then I see there's a rumor that they informed Jim Schwartz that Todd Monken's the guy, and they say Jim said his goodbyes, walked out the building, and was like, "Hey, deuces, I'm not coming back, bro. Y'all got me fucked up."
That's a true story. He was in Berea with his staff. The news story that dropped today that he had the mindset of, if I'm not the head coach, I'm not coming back. And it's weird for me that I don't know how close you've been following, but for 3 weeks, you've heard whoever it is going to pair with Schwartz as defensive coordinator. If it's not Schwartz, he's going to be the defensive coordinator. If it's not Schwartz, we got word, the insiders, everyone was saying it. But by his reaction, he never said that. He's never agreed to that. So you got these insiders and radio guys saying, well, why is he getting upset if he agreed? Like, no, you're hearing the story from somebody else supposedly that's saying it. But yeah, he's mad. He's pissed. He cleaned out his office. He's no longer coming back. Now he's under contract for 1 more year, but the Browns have shown history of not forcing their coaches to stay. So they'll probably let him go. And even if he does, like, how can you after he pulls up a tantrum like that and just runs off? Like,
how do you work with
it's Todd Monken. Like, you're gonna be like, I can't work with this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's gonna kill the vibe. The defense. I don't know if you guys seen Miles' post. He had posted a picture of a restaurant. Oh, you didn't see it?
No.
Miles on Instagram posted a picture of a lady sitting on the bench with her head down as a restaurant worker. And that's all. He just posted it. So you can take that one or two ways. Either somebody got his order wrong because he ordered a big meal. It's wintertime. He's bulking, trying to get ready for the season. And they just saw the order hit the screen. So they walked out because they were stressed. Or the fact that he's disappointed that Jim Schwartz is gone. So that's the news story now that here locally. Is Miles going to request a trade? Is he going to leave? Is he upset? Because he had the backing of it, Denzel Ward. He had the backing of Myles Garrett and Grandel, but those are your 3 leaders on defense. So we're going to see how Todd Monken spins this and who he can get on defense to kind of smooth this over with those players, because those are the 3 leaders that not just on defense, but on your team, that you kind of need to kind of heal them.
Yeah, no, 1,000%. Real quick, we got Duval T in the building. What up, fellas? He agrees earlier that keeping Anthony and Grant is so big. Sam, what's up, player? Yo, what up, fellas? What up, Angel?
Yes,
your guy Sam.
Yeah, that's the guy on my Saturday show. What's up, Sam? On the Saturday show, Brown's Morning Brew Saturday, 10 a.m.
Devin, we're actually going to get to that. That's later down in the topics, but we're going to talk about it. Yeah. So okay, but it is what it is. Like you said, I agree with you. How can you work with somebody like that just basically showed their true colors?
Yeah, 100%. And fans love him here. By the way, I love him. I mean, what he did defensively the last 3 years is nothing short of amazing. But they wanted him as a head coach, and that's where for me I differentiate. I'm like, now defensive coordinator, I'm good, but if you want to bring him as a head coach, you got to start questioning some things, just even from his defensive time here. He wasn't consistent in some areas, explosive plays. The run game has always been his issue. He's averaged every year on the road and at home over 100 yards. You know,
he's had his shot at being a head coach a few times, and we've seen what happens to your off. Like it just he isn't fired all the time. So
yeah, exactly. So and also too, you're a defensive guy, and your team, well, this team specifically needs offense. How is he going to help that? You know, and we made an argument on our podcast when Kevin was let go, and people was like, Schwartz is going to come in, and we were like, I wouldn't put that in. I wouldn't bet on that.
Yeah,
because I don't think I think they want an offensive guy, and I think Schwartz is going to want a head coach. Basically, exactly what happened. I didn't know he was going to get that upset, but people was like, oh, keep him on defense. I'm like, this guy has proven himself to be a leader. He improved that side of the ball for 3 years. The last thing he's going to do is take a backseat, especially if it's someone 30 years old. I mean, that would have been even if it was Grant. I would have thought definitely like this 60-year-old's not going to be listening to a 30-year-old man coming in here. Now, I think it might have worked. Maybe Grant has a eloquent way of talking to people and calm them down. But I think Schwartz defensively, there are some warts in his game. 2023 specifically, red zone has always been an issue with his defense. 32, he was ranked 32 his first year, last in the league, 71% of the time, touchdowns in the red zone. 2024, ranked 27th, actually tied with the Jaguars that year with 25 points per game. Yeah, they were ranked 27th, and then last year it improved. Last year they were ranked 17th in the red zone. But the problem is, whenever they're in the red zone, they just allow touchdowns. Right. So, and when I see that, and they're like, well, I mean, he was the best side of the game. Yeah, like when you have two other phases that are so ugly, your other phase was going to look even better. So you're going to ignore the mistakes that Schwartz has done at the expense of the horribleness you see around him.
Yeah, because Myles Garrett makes everything look good, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So that's an argument, right? Like, well, you have Myles, you have one of the best corners in the league, and Delp is one of the best box safeties. You have talent, and that's not my argument with when people said fire Kevin. I was like, dude has nothing on offense. Now, I'm not saying Kevin would be like the next Bill Walsh, but at the same time, I think Kevin was dealt with a bad hand because, first of all, most of the budget went on the quarterback that he's no longer playing. And Barry's whole budget or whole focus was transforming that defense to Schwartz's benefit, where he looks even better than the offense because Kevin had 14,000 quarterbacks and no receivers and a horrible offensive line the last 2 years.
From the outside looking in, you should have just played Shador from day one and just said, fuck it. Because at the end of the day, I don't know. Like I said, completely, I didn't go to no training camp. I didn't see nothing. But I watched Dylan Gabriel in college, and I watched Shador Sanders in college. And I knew y'all shouldn't be going with Joe Flacco. Like, there's a lot of stuff that shouldn't even been a question.
That quarterback room is a mess.
Like I said, on the outside looking in, thank God Shador fell to y'all because at least he arrogance aside, everything else aside, it just looked better. I mean, even when it looked bad, it looked better than all the other stuff that I saw.
Yeah, I thought I guess I had, I don't want to say higher expectations unfairly for him. I guess that's where like my expectations or what I'm going to say is going to sound worse. Also too, I mean, I think it's unfair to judge any quarterback, rookie quarterback with this team on offense. And that goes to my argument with why is Kevin getting fired, but Andrew Berry staying? Because Andrew Berry said we didn't do enough on offense when you're the person that is supposed to be drafting talent for your head coach to run an offense that's somewhat or somewhat that looks capable of running instead of always being dead last. But yeah, I think Shedeur has upside, and there's a couple of things we get into once we get into the Shedeur thing that I think he has an opportunity this year to grow, and I'm rooting for him 100% for sure.
I want to give you a perspective on Jim Schwartz that I don't hear anybody talking about. I think by this act alone, by what he did, shows outside of his own track record that he can't be a true leader of men.
Yep.
A true that, like, in my opinion, how I view a leader, I could never consider you a leader for you basically quitting because you didn't get what you wanted.
Yeah. And you would understand if it was someone younger, right? Like I would understand you would be mad if you got passed up by a 30-year-old or a 35-year-old, right? But you can relate to a 60-year-old who's been grinding his whole life to get this opportunity to be a head coach. And he put in his work just as much as you did. Also, too, you do know that your team, the team that you're on, sucks on offense. So why would you think that you can? Also, too, I read a lot of reports that the presentation of how he would fix the offense didn't go over well with Andrew Berry. And I think there was a lot of headbutting between Berry and Haslam. And I think they settled on the offensive guy who was analytical and had a plan for whatever quarterback. Actually, specifically Shedeur, to be a legit starter. You guys heard about the testing that came out that was the joke of a weekend, right? Andrew Beer came out saying that I actually just dropped an article today, say that the three things that were on that test was a mental test, a personality test, and 5 questionnaires asking the candidates, what would you do to develop the quarterbacks? How would you develop Shedeur specifically? So that's interesting. So now that changes the whole narrative of the questions, right? People are like, holy crap, why are you trying to control the narrative and why are you giving them homework? Why are you giving them these tests when the questions were motivated based upon where they want to be or where they want to go? And Andrew Berry said in his press conference, we're going to get a coach that is currently where we're at as a team. And where are you at as a team? You're 32 ranked offense as a team. So why would you want to go after a defensive guy when you're ranked 32 offensively the last 31, 32, depending on what metric you're looking at as a team? So that's why for me on my show, people was like, is Schwartz or Brian Flores? I'm like, they're not looking for a defensive guy. Your defense is good. You need an offensive guy to come in here to develop Shedeur or Dylan, whoever they decide is the person, hopefully Shedeur, and obviously blossom this offense with talent and during the draft.
Look, Flores was the name. I was thinking like, okay, that would be a good defensive coordinator to come in with that defense that's already there. If you can bring in like a Flores on the staff, that would have been.
Yeah, he's not a Brown person. I'll tell you why. I don't know if you heard Ryan Fitzpatrick.
That's wild to say Brian Flores isn't a Brown person.
Well, Browns. Browns. I'm sorry. He's like, I take offense to that. No, isn't a Browns culture person, meaning the Cleveland Browns, because they're Brian Flores. Obviously, he got issues going on with the NFL. What he did with the racism that was going on in Miami. But he's too strong-minded. if I can put it nicely, to be here. Very opinionated. Not that Todd Monken won't. I think they align where Todd Monken wants to be offensively. But I think if Brian Flores comes in here, he's going to be too hard on an organization that wants everybody to get along. Kumbaya, collective agreements. Everybody is in agreement. And if someone disagrees, you have a problem and you're messing up the force here. Also, too, I mean, there's a couple of Mike Pettit came out saying that Brian Flores is hard to work with, and Ryan Fitzpatrick said the same thing. And he burnt bridges in Miami, and that's why it's hard for him to get a head coaching job, because finding people to work underneath him has been hard, which I think he should just forgive the dude. But that's just my opinion. I mean, it's his first time, but whatever. But I was a big Brian Flores guy.
I mean, I don't want to be a contrarian, but I really don't like Brian Flores.
You don't?
Coach. No, I think he's an asshole.
That's the reports, man. Those are the reports.
He's a fucking jerk. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that the other stuff, the other claims aren't accurate, or that wasn't really happening to him. But outside of that, bro, you're a fucking asshole. Like, so. No, I was so like, people were talking about Brian Flores to come to Jacksonville, you know, before we got Liam. Like, bro, you are out of your fucking mind. Get out of here.
Yeah, I was big on him too until I heard those reports from Ryan Fitzpatrick just come out and say it. It's like, wow, he came out with receipts of situations that he was involved with, and then Mike Pettit.
I saw it.
Oh, you did?
I saw it. Hell yeah, you could just, bro. You know when you looking at an asshole, bro. That dude, straight.
He was a fan favorite. He still is a fan. He still is a fan favorite. Fans were begging Rod Rounds to interview him as a candidate, and I would be like, guys, he just doesn't fit the mold. He's
thirsty.
Exactly what
They're just thirsty, bro.
Yeah, they're just
thirsty.
Y'all are thirsty for Grant, and I'm like, damn, bro. What do y'all? I like. What do y'all?
Well, thirst comes.
He hasn't done anything.
The thirst comes from hope, right? So you have a young man who's around the league is a smart, intellectual man that has improved Darnold and has somewhat improved Lawrence. So you see a track record with quarterbacks, and you just peg him as the guy because he's a quarterback guy. So you think we need a quarterback, so have this guy come in. Now he's 30, he's not ready, possibly, but at the same time,
bro, he got 3 interviews though. Like my thing is, and he got second interviews with teams.
Yeah, so he's there.
Yeah, he's there. Like there's general interest. Like I told you, I wouldn't be mad if he took there's only 32 of them.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't have been mad if you guys came to agreement and he became your head coach. I would wish him the best of luck, except for when they played us.
Yeah.
You know, but other than that, like, hey, go show him. Go show him. Like, people fried Liam Cohen. Yeah, there was people out there saying, "Oh, Jaguars made the worst mistake, and we're not going to win anything." They were talking the same way about Nick Sirianni. Nick Sirianni's been to 2 Super Bowls, bro. Won one. Like, I think sometimes Sean McVay. You remember we talked about that. Sean McVay. Yeah. They're like, man, who's this guy from Washington? You know, getting this young cat in here. Look, he's been to 2 Super Bowls, won one.
All those guys call plays before, though. That's the thing. That's the biggest difference. All of those guys were calling plays before they got their shot.
That's true.
And because I still really don't even know what Grant Udinski does in the offense.
I told you. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. What are you talking about?
I really don't, because if you're not calling plays, then why am I giving you credit for things? It's like,
because he's not only is he part of the you know, the game plan, but he also does Trevor's toolbox. The plays that Trevor audibles to that aren't part of the original play call and the can. You know what I'm saying? Like he breaks down film with Trevor, and Trevor asks questions, or he says, "Hey, look, about 22% of the time they run this defense. When you see this type of look, this is a beater play. Put this in your toolbox, just in case you see it. Like whatever we call in, but if you see that, hey, turn to that." and it's been successful.
Yeah,
we saw it when he audibled to the halfback draw with DJ Dallas, picked up 18 yards on a third down. I think it was like a 3rd and 4, and he picked up 18 yards. You know, some of the past plays that he's made spectacular throws.
In my opinion, that's just not enough to be. People, like I said, people like Tom.
No, but you said you didn't know what he did, and that's what I'm saying. Like that's what he does.
Like I've been waiting their whole life, and I'm just saying, it's like you really ain't did nothing. You really don't have any. You really don't have any proof for it.
I heard what you said, and I saw the stories of quarterback development, and I can't speak for most Browns fans, but for me, I thought if this guy can come in and develop a quarterback, which we haven't seen here since. I mean, Baker, you can put Baker in there. Mm-hmm. That's hope. That's something new, something innovative, something good. But when he pulled back, afterwards I'm like, oh, you know what, that sucks. But then I thought, no, maybe it's a good thing that he doesn't come here because we're going to ruin the poor guy's career. Yeah. Because that's what we do here.
Yeah, and that was my stance on last week's pod was if I was Grant or Anthony Campanile. Am I 100% satisfied with what my units kind of like put out there on film last year? Because we left a lot of meat on the bones last year on both sides of the ball, and it can only honestly with preparation, even with certain kind of injuries, depending on who it happens to, it's a very repeatable thing to do what we did this year. Yeah. It's going to be a little bit harder because of the first place schedule, but at the same time, we're going to be better too. Like, you know, Trevor, like I said, that was year 1 for Trevor in the offense. And, you know, I don't want to give Grant the credit of turning, like, because Trevor wasn't broken. Like, it would be different if it was even with Sam Darnold. By the time Sam Darnold got to go start in Minnesota, he already sat on the bench. He already saw what it was. He watched the team go to the Super Bowl just right there watching Brock Purdy. So it's like I gotta see what his actual value is, because I know Liam he's valuable to Liam, and like I said to Trevor and the toolbox thing. But don't abandon ship right now.
Yeah,
and when you don't even have enough to stand on, because you're gonna be like. I don't want you to fall into a Doug Peterson situation where you run an offense that's not your offense, and you got to have other people around. No, build up your offense too while you're here helping us do this. Be more prepared. Then go. I'd rather you go off and have success 2-3 years down the line. I'm not saying you got to be here forever, but are we trying to build something here, or are we everybody just trying to, you know, crabs in a barrel get to the top? Y'all want to build legacy here. Y'all trying to build. You say y'all want to turn this around, right? That's what they all said when they came on. They say they want to turn it around. We've discussed on this show if a turnaround is one season. I don't. A turnaround is to me it's just not one good season. Yeah. You got to have some sustainability, some sustained success for me to feel like it's a turnaround. So, and I don't think y'all have turned it around yet. I've been to a lot of Jaguar games. So I done seen the flash in the pan. I done seen a little bit of system. So we got to follow it up again. Let me see something this year as you grow as an offensive coordinator. I want to see what you do with this offense this year. How can you help eliminate all the damn drops we had this year? It's ridiculous. We left thousands. We probably left another 1,200 yards easy off of Trevor's. Trevor should have had 5,000 passing yards this year. Should have had 40. Should have had 40 touch. Like it's bad. They were dropping the ball on third down, going forward on fourth. People dropping the ball and like it. Insanity. So as an offense, I feel like the toolbox, but you got to help other people. The quarterback ain't the only one. You got to.
Yeah.
Like, how do we fix the receivers catching the ball? People getting open earlier in the season? Like it took us a trade for people to start getting open. It was it was tough.
So I'm going to combine some of these because I see we're running up against your time. Actually, our time too. But so you know, we kind of talked about Shedeur kind of two-parter. Is Shedeur what the future quarterback for Cleveland looks like, or is that still in flux? And then go into, what did you think about Shedeur making the Pro Bowl?
I think Shedeur has all the tools to be a franchise quarterback. I would like for him to first focus on being a game manager. I think he needs to slow down the game mentally. I think he needs to take whatever the defense gives him and not put much pressure on the explosive play. And I think he will grow into something good. I don't want to say, no, Tom Brady's a different look. I don't even want to say, I think Brock Purdy's a good comp for him, where I feel about him right now. Somebody that would manage the game, somebody that can get the ball to the open receiver. I worry about him. His screenplays were one of the top quarterbacks that threw over 200 receptions this year. So his ability to see the guy here and get the guy open is great. My worry is downfield, where I don't know, man. Whenever there's a blitz, he panics and then he just throws it instead of just throwing it away. Eat it down. Learn to live another day. He wants to make a big play, and I understand that he wants to show that he is the quarterback that he thinks that he is or can be. But I have all the hope in the world that this kid can be the franchise quarterback in Cleveland. And I'm not just saying that from a auntie or an uncle perspective, because I also have a balanced take of it, where what I see this year of the interceptions and how they were thrown, you have to take a pause and be real and say, man, he's got a lot of work. He has a lot of work to do. Mainly, if they can, that's why when I say in the beginning, like we have to fix this offensive line. You have to. I mean, because the offensive line made Joe Flacco look bad. It would have made Trevor Lawrence probably look bad. It was just a horrible year for our offensive line. And they're rookies, right? Dillon Gabriel's a rookie. You bring Shedeur in, and you have your offensive line, your starting offensive lineman. You're in your fourth left tackle, it seems like, and it's been inconsistent. They had 10 different lineup changes on the offensive line all year, so there's no consistency and no gelling all year on that offensive line. And you had Cam Robinson, who's the worst left tackle in the league. Like, this guy was like an open door.
Yeah, man, you're welcome, man.
Yeah. So I'm just like, yeah. So it's like, man, come on.
You want Cam Little? Yeah, you got a guy named Cam Little for you.
I'll probably take him at this point. Somebody just to put it back.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Walker Little. You can't have Cam.
Yeah.
You can't have our kicker.
80 yards. You cannot have Cam.
But yeah, so it's like, for me, it's like people are like so hard on a kid. Like, I'm like, I come with a realistic balance. I try to be as balanced as I can, especially when doing a podcast. I think you have to be as far removed as possible emotionally. We gave this kid, and not only him, but Dillon Gabriel too, an unfair chance just to, first of all, you guys started by in the beginning. You had a camp where you have 4 quarterbacks compete. Like, who does that? It's just stupid. Either you're going to start the rookie, or you bring one veteran in and then let the rookies get some reps, right? So it started there. And then, so hopefully Munkin comes in and develops Shedeur into what I think he could be. And as far as the Pro Bowl, he's there, right? Like, it's going to be good for him to be there. It's going to be good for him to learn amongst the best, and hopefully pick the brains of the quarterbacks that are there, learn whatever he needs to learn to be patient in the pocket, learn reads, learn to not always look at his tight end, because once Fannin went out, that's when he struggled. Learn that he needs to process the field a lot quicker, which he struggled with.
I felt like Fannin, though, but I'm sorry. I do have to say this. I feel like Fannin was his most reliable. Anytime I turned on Brown's tape, Fannin was the guy for any quarterback that was in. I mean, I literally saw, and I believe this turned into an interception. Jerry Jeudy jump up for the ball.
Yeah.
And I thought he caught it, but he let it like slide down his chest. And like I said, I believe that turned into one of the interceptions. So
it was against the Bears.
I mean, since we're talking about inefficiencies along your offensive line, I mean, your receiving core, bro, I told you the Jags, especially in like 2024, the Jags are very much similar to the Browns, you know, and I honestly think that your process that Andrew Berry is at least shows a commitment. Like, look, we want to make sure that whoever we bring in here, their sole focus is to do X, Y, and Z, right? That's what we want. Like you said, like one band, one sound. That's something that's worked for the Jacksonville Jaguar organization. Now the Jim Schwartz thing, that's going to be tough. And, you know, I think on the Shedeur Sanders or any quarterback that you bring in, I think regardless, Todd Monken will stabilize the quarterback position. You know, whether it's Shedeur or somebody else, I think he's at least going to stabilize for the exact same reasons of what the sole focus is. That's what I perceived Andrew Berry was doing. And I think you're right with the Shedeur Sanders thing. I feel like people have a point when they say, well, the Pro Bowl is meaningless. Like, you know, look at the stat line. The problem is the Pro Bowl has been meaningless.
Yeah.
It's not meaningless because Shedeur Sanders got into the Pro Bowl. I want to be so clear of saying that. But since the Pro Bowl isn't the Pro Bowl anymore, it's like the Pro Bowl used to be an actual football game.
Yeah.
You know, there's younger fans out there. I was born in '85, so you know, I'm old enough to have seen it.
I remember, but it was also after the Super Bowl, so you would have people play in the game that you normally they won't play in the game at all
because they're playing the Super Bowl.
Right.
Yeah.
They're playing the Super Bowl or they're in the divisional round or something, and it's like, well, no, it's after the Super Bowl, so this is all extra. Like, it's just one more extra week and it was in Hawaii, and so
you had an incentive. You took away the incentive. Oh, we're gonna go to Orlando. Man, I can go to Orlando anytime. Like, what?
I mean, at the same time, you got to remember too. There's only 3 teams in Florida. Hey,
only 3. He said only 3 teams in Florida.
No, just in one. I mean, in one state, y'all got 2.
We got 2. Yeah, you're right. I forgot we have Cincinnati here.
But then y'all also have every other team. Y'all have multiples of every other team that exists too. So it's crazy over there. But yeah, like. Yeah, so you can. I feel like you can easily. Yeah, they can easily figure that out. But the Pro Bowl, it's just like I said, it's lost its luster for real. They can. I mean, like I said, I still like to watch some of the events. I still watch it a little bit to see some of the games and stuff. But these people got families, bro. A trip to Disney or Universal is a lot of money. Even think about it. If they're giving you
as much as Hawaii.
I mean, yeah, but they might not give you 10. They might not give you 10 to go to Hawaii. They might give you like 3 or 5. You and your wife, maybe your kids.
Yeah, but you got to take your immediate family. Like, I'm just saying, it's not as big as deal. Like the people that are making this a super super big deal.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And putting it in the news cycle like this. Yeah, it's not the Pro Bowl has been a joke for a minute. You know, and now you're trying to use the name. Luster of the names Shedeur Sanders right now to as
the NFL should. As the NFL should.
Look, no, because it's turning into slander. It's turning into slander against Shedeur.
Like it's his fault.
Like it's his fault. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's the one that's making the Pro Bowl.
Like he's the one that said, "Hey, I want to go into the Pro Bowl." Like he got voted in. Like fans are going to vote him in.
It's part popularity contest. Yeah. You guys got to remember that.
Guess what? Trevor turned it down. A lot of people turned it down. It's not like it wasn't just like they put him up. It's what happens.
Yeah.
Trevor was like, I'm good, man. I got other things to focus on. I'm not gonna,
bro,
I live in Jacksonville. I'm not going to Orlando. I'm good.
I'm
If it was in Hawaii, I may go, but not
Yeah.
I've been to Jackson,
probably
Orlando a couple times.
soon enough for a year or something. So it's like,
get through these comments real quick. We got Flareon in the building. Duval, we still here 100. Cameron Thomas from Facebook. I love Swartz, but he has his flaws. But with how talented the defense is, you can get a new coach that runs the same system and be fine.
Hey, what's
At
up,
least
Cameron?
that's the hope.
Yeah.
That's the hope.
Yeah, I mean, because you have, I'll let you know, you have Tarver in the building, and there's another guy, his name escapes me. He's the safety coach. He's got a couple interviews already for defensive coordinator jobs with Dallas and Philadelphia. You could promote those guys. Tarver's a big guy here that he did the linebacker. So you think of Carson Schlesinger, you think of the linebacker development. He's in charge of that. JOK's development before his injury. Tarver is part of that. He was brought in here, which we're short, so he kind of can run the same system. So you can keep it intact. My thing is like you can calm the room down if you're bringing familiarity and bringing someone they know. Just promote somebody and you're good. We'll see if they do that though.
Got Big Marcus in the building. Yo, fellas. Your boy Sam comes back. It's like the movie Grumpy Old Man. The movie over here in Cleveland, Swartz versus Monken.
Yeah, you got fans that, I mean, they're coming around with Monken now because they're seeing stuff like, what's kind of unfair from the perspective I see it now? Like, you don't see these videos being posted of Monken talking football. I've never seen Monken talk football, anything analytical, anything important about running a route, nothing until you got hired here. Then it's like, where were these videos hiding? Like, why ain't no one talking up him like they did Grant? Like, it was like the weirdest dynamic the last 24 hours of all of a sudden you got these Monken fans showing up. See, I told you he might be a good. It's like now you're giving him credit. Come on,
guys. Gary Lee says the last time the Browns developed a quarterback, the Browns were the Browns and the Jacksonville was pretty much Georgia. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, we need to develop one. Shador is it? You got Shador for another 3 years. Why not work him? I mean, I don't know. We'll see. The Browns do crazy stuff all the time, so just stay tuned.
Or just trade him somewhere where he can play, because it's like, God damn, boy, y'all gotta make a decision. Like, you gotta go with one or the other, and I doubt y'all draft another quarterback or I hope y'all don't draft another quarterback or make a trade for somebody. Like, I mean, it sucks because you don't want to waste any more Myles Garrett, because that's like the ticking time bomb. But yeah, they got to make a choice.
Sam says, as a Browns fan, I was rooting for the Jags and Trevor Lawrence in that wild card game. In my opinion, this was Trevor's best season. He was lighting it up. It was. Yeah, no, I don't disagree. Robert in the chat. Duval. So, again, man, the ties with Cleveland never stop. So this guy used to be your head coach, one Bill Belichick. I don't know if you've heard of him. But they announced Hall of Fame.
That's crazy.
And Bill Belichick, the voters did not vote him first ballot. So he at least has to wait.
Yeah, was he like 10 short? 10 short of getting a first? Yeah, that's crazy to me, because I understand in Cleveland he was trending to do well if they'd never moved. I think he would have been pretty successful here if Art Modell would have kept the team here. But dude, I mean, you made New England who they are right now as an organization. They were nothing. I mean, they made a couple of Super Bowls here and there, but they literally he and Brady
were bad. They were bad before him and Bledsoe.
Yeah, Bledsoe comes in, and then Brady takes him over the top for decade, it seems like. Right. I understand the argument is like Deflategate, no, Spygate. I get that. Like, but the Spygate really wasn't cheating at the time. They were playing like there was an unwritten rule, but then they realized they were doing it and they get an advantage. So then they say that's frowned upon. The balls being deflated. Was it proven?
They never took away one Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like, okay, you doled out punishment, right? They still played. They still won. They still won the majority of Super Bowls they went to. They still won them. At no point you didn't do like college did to Reggie Bush. You didn't take away the Heisman. You know, you didn't take away. No. Spygate. You guys can't have this. I think that's just.
It's Bill
I think
Polian.
that's just nonsense. I think it's just nonsense.
Yeah.
From any talking head to say, or for anybody to give that reason that, oh well, he's a cheater. Look at baseball. You know, first of all, the baseball player is the one directly cheating. Like it's not even the same. It's that player going out there using means for him to break records and for himself. Like we're talking about a coach over a whole team of people. You know what I'm saying? It's just not the same. So the people using that argument, like that shit just doesn't make sense. I think it's an atrocity. I think that I'm not going to go as far as some of what these other people have said because they've said some pretty fucked up shit. but definitely, like, yo, you need to get those people out the room or change the process.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have to change the process for sure. And it was a pitchfork hatred toward him. Bill Polian led the charge. Former Indianapolis coach. Yeah, I mean, it's ties to them. I don't know. I agree with you. It was petty. It was stupid. It should have not even been like we have a local guy here, Tony Grossi, who was part of the voting process, and he said on the radio yesterday, he's like, I thought it was going to be a yes, we're good, next guy type of conversation when Bill Belichick came out, but he said it was a 45-minute conversation, and people were getting heated, saying, why are we spending time? It's been 45 minutes. This guy has done this, and this. Why are we even wasting time on this? Bill Belichick should be in. We shouldn't even be voting for this guy. Just put him in. But obviously, 10 other people.
I've already lost pretty much any respect that I've already had for what the Hall of Fame means now.
Yeah,
because it really doesn't mean anything at this point in time. Because I'm looking at people that should definitely be Hall of Famers, and they aren't Hall of Famers. And you're gonna continue to keep pushing them back. Like, yeah, I can be biased, but Fred Taylor deserves to be a Hall of Famer. Honestly, before Tony Vaselli, Fred Taylor needed to be a Hall of Famer. Like, I'm not, but the fact that Eli Manning, okay, I understand maybe not giving him first ballot, but I don't even understand that. He should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer, just like Bill Belichick. There's no way. I won 2 Super Bowls against Tom Brady and Bill Belichick.
The greatest team dynasty.
Yeah,
right. I beat them.
So you're essentially telling me that Tom Brady's not a first ballot Hall of Famer either.
That's a good argument.
That's gotta be the next point of conversation, bro. I can't wait to clip this. I can't wait to clip this.
Because there's no way that Tom Brady is first ballot if Bill Belichick's not a first ballot Hall of Famer and Eli Manning's not even a second ballot Hall of Famer.
You know what they're gonna do?
Anybody from that team is not a Hall of Famer.
But you know what they're gonna and Rob Gronkowski. Rob's coming up next year. But you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna say, well, Tom Brady went and did it in Tampa.
Good point.
He went and did it in Tampa. So he hey, his resume is legit. He's just him.
So he did it in Tampa. So that means he has 1 Super Bowl. Like, that's what would be my argument.
Yeah,
he did
it with two teams, right?
According to Robert Saleh, I mean, Liam Cohen's been stealing signs anyway.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
that's gonna be a fun matchup.
Well, I'm sorry, Tom Brady didn't even play with Liam Cohen. I'm tripping. Liam was in L.A. I'm tripping, but
probably was stealing signs though.
Hey, I don't care.
Still.
Signs is a
cheating time, man.
Yeah, Belichick should be a Hall of Famer, no doubt. Pettiness. I think they're going to change some things after that because they got a lot of backlash. Even Bill Polian was like, I don't remember if I voted for him or not. Like, come on, dude. You led the charge.
Come on.
Lying.
You remember, you're lying.
You don't know if you voted for Bill Belichick. Yeah. Man, look, man, we voted for so many people. They all kind of just blend together. Get the fuck out of here.
Bill Belichick, one of the greatest coaches ever.
Yes, so many no's.
Yeah, that's a joke.
So, Angel, bro, I appreciate you coming on here, hanging out with us, chopping it up, bro. I wish you guys luck this season. Do we don't play the AFC North this year, do we?
I don't remember. I think no, I don't think so.
Yes, we do, y'all. Yeah, y'all.
Oh, we do.
Yeah, we play y'all. We play.
Oh, then yeah, we do that. We got.
I said it last week because shit, everybody except for one team has brand new coaches.
Well, yeah, we got to do a crossover the week of then.
We do, man.
Yeah.
We do. Let's see. Are we home or away?
I think
we are.
It's home.
We're
right?
home.
Yeah,
we're home.
Yep.
So you guys are coming back to Jacksonville.
Yeah, Shador got to throw an interception to Travis Hunter.
that
would be.
Yeah.
We'll be talking trash back and forth. Yeah, that would be a good one. I'll hop on, and then we'll have you on ours.
Yeah, but bro, there's so many good ones. You got Shador and Travis. Then you'll have Shador and Cam Ward. Mm-hmm. Well, I guess technically you had them this year.
Yeah, that not to beat a dead horse. Like that pulls back to the Jim Schwartz situation. Like you had Tennessee come in your home and they put up 31 points against that defense. Yeah. You had their running back running close to 160, 170 yards on your defense. And you want me to say he could be our coach? Like when you should beat Tennessee, they should not have put 31 points on you. And yet you're telling me
I'm happy Tennessee didn't hire an offensive coach for Cam Ward.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. Work on that defense, buddy.
Yeah, that's
but they did get Brian Dable, and Brian Dable did.
Oh, I forgot about that.
He did turn Josh Allen around, and then he got that first year with Daniel Jones.
Yeah,
it kind of turned him around. So I think as far as like guiding a quarterback, I do think that they got a good guy in the building, and Brian Dable, which really pisses me off. But Sam says, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Yeah, you ain't trying. I wish the Browns would cheat a little bit. Help me out a little bit.
But man, we appreciate you coming on. Do you got anything you want to tell the people?
Just a typical Bearded Browns podcast. We are live Tuesday, 7:30, Saturdays, Browns Morning Brew at 10 a.m. Go to our website, beardedbrowns.com. We got merch there. If you want to talk trash to the Browns, we got a voicemail there option there. You can go to our website, just tell us how much we suck, and we'll play it on air because we accepted our destiny. Right now we suck. We're hoping Todd Monken's our savior. If not, maybe in 3 years Grant could come back and interview 5 times before he gets the job.
For sure, man.
From prayers essay early. Send his essay, his personality test, and whatever they require.
Give them your Twitter handle.
Bearded Browns at X. And what is mine? Mine is TF. Typical Browns fan is mine. My personal one that I do. I tend to do podcasts by myself here and there. So if you follow me on there, you'll see my podcast pop up. It's all underneath the same umbrella anyway.
He has a 4 for the A. His socials, everything's in the details below. Check that out. But Angel, man, we really appreciate it. Jay, can we clap him? Can we clap him up? Yes, sir. Angel, you have a good night, sir.
Thank you. Mike, give me some sound effects.
Let's go. All right, Angel.
Bye.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mr. Angel Ortiz from the Bearded Browns podcast. Yo, dope. Bro, I could talk to Buddy all day, man. Like, he really knows football, and he's like us. He's a realist. You know, he you and I, he might be a Libra. I should have asked him when his birthday was. Oh, yeah. Because, you and I, we're Libras, so it's like, we just want balance. Sometimes we see one side is leaning too heavy, and even if we don't like really believe in it, so we'll go to the other side just for the balance. oh my God. Oh. But so real quick, bro, let's talk about the new coaching hires real quick. So obviously, like we said, we kept Grant Udinsky as our offensive coordinator, and then we also kept Coach Camp as our defensive coordinator. I'm not sure how to pronounce either one of these dudes' names other than Brian. Brian Bucucci? Is that how you say his last name? Bucucci. I don't know how to say his last name, but he came on as our run game coordinator. He worked with Liam in Tampa. Liam tried to get him last year. Tampa blocked him. But he also worked with Liam in Kentucky. And I want to say he coached Liam when Liam was the quarterback at UMass. So he got his guy in the building. And then they brought over, I think this is Matthew Arajo?
Arroyo?
Is it Arroyo?
I didn't read it, but I'm assuming. Probably.
Okay, we'll say Arroyo. And if we're wrong,
Arroyo.
Okay, my bad. My bad. But he worked with Coach Camp in Miami, and they brought him in as the defensive pass game coordinator. So we not only did we get to keep our current coordinators, but we got to add to their staff, which again I think proves more that the difference between this staff and whether it be Urban Meyer's staff, Doug Peterson's staff, like instead of taking away from it, they added to it. And the things that they took away from it, it's not because somebody left to go take another job or position someplace else. What was taken away was stuff that they saw as inefficiencies and felt that they could get better and upgrade at. And that's what I'm so appreciative about this new regime, because it just seems like we're able to see in real time them take actions that are obviously for the betterment of the team.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, the Pacucci, he replaced the Kelly Kikukuya or whatever that dude's name is. It said Jaguars assistant offensive line coach / run game specialist departed Cohen's staff last week after becoming the offensive line for Stanford.
Oh yeah. Now he did leave, but like I said, but I still feel like Liam got his guy. Like that's a Liam Cohen guy.
Yeah, he went and got his guy.
Yeah.
I was just reading it, but it is Pacucci. Yeah, I was just trying to.
Okay, I thought so. You know.
I just said so. All I heard was Coochie. I'm like, huh? What? Why are we hiring Coochie out there?
Hey, look at Sam. What we were talking about. He's like more like Trevor Lawrence gets sacked by Myles Garrett 4 times. Damn, dog.
It's possible. 4 touchdowns too. All right.
Hey, bro. If Walker Little's over there, it might happen.
No, he's out of there.
He's got to be out of there. I'm telling you, Browns, we got a left tackle for you.
Yeah, bro. Y'all want another one?
We got a left tackle for you, and he's way better than Cam Robinson.
He's way better
than Cam Robinson.
Way.
Like what? Bro, look at Robert, bro. Robert says he is what he eats. Pucucci. Hey, man. I'm impressed. I'm happy, other than the fact that we're not playing anymore. But, bro, I think we went through the news cycle.
Yeah.
I love it, man. I love it when a plan comes together. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight, man. Everybody tuning in again on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Appreciate all of y'all. Do us that favor. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Get this out to other Jaguar fans. Get it out to other football fans, because like y'all see, man, we talk ball, right? But for the Jaguars, you already know, we go keep it real. We go keep it teal. And with that said, that's your host, Agent J, and y'all rocking with your boy, J to the I to the M-B-O. And we are out of here.